Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on One Day, OneDoane, a day that we celebrate Doane by giving to support the life-changing education that Doane provides. I'm Ann Hageman, the Interim Alumni Director, and today I'm here with Doane parents, Glenn and Barbara Iwata. Welcome.
Hi.
Do you want to start by telling everyone, what did you value about having your child at Doane?
A big thing is the size of the school. And the school itself, the campus, of course, is gorgeous. And when our son went there, Nick, was 1,100, I think, students, and so the class sizes are significantly smaller. There's more attention for each student. I think his biggest classroom was what, like 24? Or...
I think he had one class that was 24. Most of them were 18 and some as small as 8. Yeah.
And I think you just get a better attention from the professors, and therefore the learning is better. There's more one-to-one interaction, and I don't know, it's just a so much better learning environment at Doane. We think it was just great, fantastic.
Well, and it allowed him to have, really great relationships with the professors. They really do know the students know them very well. And then just from a parent point of view, with all the craziness in the world, even when he was there, and crazy stuff going on other campuses, I just knew he was safe. He was quiet and sweet, and it's good old Nebraska. So he was in good hands, and he was in a safe place, and that was great.
We never worried. I
No.
mean, it was it just felt very friendly and welcoming, and everybody was just super nice on campus, all the professors we met. And I actually had the opportunity in Denver to meet several Doane alumni here and supporters, and actually the company that managed the alumni, what's it called?
I don't know, endowment.
The endowment. And so I got some history from him, Earl Wright, that goes way back, and him and his wife, funded a couple of buildings there at Doane campus. So I don't know, I got additional insight to Doane, and I just think it's a wonderful school, really do.
The Rocky Mountain chapter of alumni is really very active. So, yeah.
We've gone to some of the events.
Yeah.
Even though we're not alumni.
Yeah. That's okay. No, you're still part of the Doane community, for sure.
I mean, it is a small world. I mean, I ran into someone that I've known for over 20 years that I'd worked with in industry and business, only to find out that she went to Doane, that she graduated there, that her cousin is a coach at Doane. I mean, it just, Barb's driving through the neighborhood with our Doane tags on the car, and this person talks to her, and
a gentleman followed me all the way home and parked in front of my driveway after I pulled into my garage. And I think he had graduated in 64, but had been with the Secret Service. And then when he was getting older and not doing, presidential protection, was sent out here for the Treasury Department and everything. And just, he was just so excited to see a Doane thing. So stood there and talked forever. And he lives like 2 blocks away or so. And
talk about how Doane helped your son achieve his goals.
Oh.
I don't think we could say enough about that. So he is in medical school now. That's what he wanted to do. It's one of the reasons he chose Doane. He researched all the schools he was looking at as to kind of what their programs were and basically their success rate at getting students to the next step. And, Doane fit that bill, so he went there. And they worked with him from day one. They're like, if that's what you want to do, then we will tell you how to get there. Obviously, you have to work hard and do what they tell you to do. But, he got multiple acceptances as an undergrad, which is really rare anymore. And so, yeah, we can't say enough about the education and the advice and the mentoring and everything to, I think, get any child to the next step.
And not only that, it allowed Nick to become a Fulbright Scholar.
That's true too.
So Doane really helped him in that area too, to where he had another option to look at. And so he wound up actually taking a break between graduating from Doane and starting med school, and did the Fulbright year, abroad. And he went to Bulgaria. And I don't think without that background from Doane, he would have had the 100% assuredness that he was going to succeed over there, and he did. He had a wonderful time. It was a great experience.
Wow, that's great. Do you want to talk about people that inspired Nick?
Ramesh in the biology department was a huge factor in his education and just comradeship and advice and mentoring. He was awesome. And then Melissa also, he just adores her. So they were both just awesome, and known him, I think, since his first day at Doane. They also, Ramesh especially, gave him an opportunity to be a TA. He tutored, he did, I don't know, homework, help desk stuff. He had great experiences on top of it all there. So that was great. And then he was also in band for most of the years there. And Dr. Gilbert there was great also with him.
And even there, Dr. Gilbert helped our son develop that skill even further. And that was great. They brought in a what was it, first, second string at the Philharmonic in Lincoln.
The Lincoln. So he came like every week and gave Nick lessons. So that was a great experience for him to take his music to another level.
Also, Nick's experience got expanded by the research projects that he was able to participate in, and working with Cornell and what was the other school?
It's just that one.
Yeah, Cornell.
But, and again, I think that was a lot Melissa and Ramesh.
And so then he got to even present at the Howard Hughes Medical Institute in the Washington, D.C. area. And I mean, he got to travel, he got to go on various events. It's just a great experience.
It was a great experience. Yep.
Yeah, excellent. Do you guys want to share a Doane memory?
We did. We had a great time at the football game.
Yeah.
Nick played in the band, and he got to march in the band, and so we got to see a game. Of course, Doane won.
I think it was a homecoming weekend or parents' weekend or something that we went to.
And then Nick also joined a fraternity there, which helped build his comradeship with folks, because he wasn't local, and a lot of people there are local from Nebraska, so they know each other. So he joined the fraternity, and we came for a weekend where we had a barbecue and everything.
All the families came, of all the boys. The boys were really cool and thought it would be fun for their families to meet each other. So they totally arranged the whole weekend, and we did that. So that was really great fun. So we had a great time when we were out there.
And then the other thing was actually Marty Pye and the president, Carter. He actually had a meeting with me here in Denver, and then Marty invited us to a CSU Doane basketball game here at CSU in Fort Collins. And Barb and I both went to school in Fort Collins at CSU.
So that was really fun. So, but we sat with the Doane folks.
Yes, we definitely were with the Doane folks,
really good.
and that was a great memory. Yeah,
we had
it was a
good
lot
time.
of fun.
Yeah, good. Thank you for sharing. So what inspires you to support Doane?
Again, I think we saw how much Doane did for our son, and enabling him to do what he would like to do and to follow his ambitions. And I think Doane was key to that and laid the foundation. And I think others should have that opportunity. So I think that's a big reason why we help support Doane. And I think
it's a quality education. There is all the support and there's great opportunities, but it's also a quality education. And even his first year in med school now, he's so thankful for the anatomy classes and all the things that he learned there, because he's like, I would be struggling, it's still hard, but he feels like that allowed him to not just be in over his head, in his first year. So it's an excellent education.
Is there anything else that you guys want to share about Doane?
It has nothing really to do with the education, but every time we're out there, we're just unbelievably beautiful. It's a beautiful campus. Graduation was beautiful. We're so thankful he graduated in 2019, and we got to actually have a graduation ceremony. And my family came from Arizona, and it was just gorgeous and so intimate and special. And it's just a great place and a beautiful campus. And
yeah, and do you guys want to say anything about One Day, OneDoane?
Yes, please help contribute to Doane. We feel it's extremely worthwhile. It helps support not just the education of our children, but I feel in the whole country. We need to continue to support the small schools, because I think it's a superior education. They come out with a fantastic foundation, and I think they're part of a great community that they'll have forevermore. I think Nick considers himself part of his peers there forevermore, and he's stayed in touch with them ever since.
Got a handful of very good friends that they're all in different states now, but
he's actually gone back and visited several times.
Well, and actually the boys were out here this summer. They came to Colorado and stayed with us too. So yeah,
those lasting friendships and bonds. Yeah, that's true. Well, Barbara and Glenn Iwata, thank you so much for being here today and helping us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Glad to help.